Trill, it's your show. Go ahead and open. Trill, is Trill there? Trill,
Brother man?
hustle man, pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces. Da, 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 da. Trill, you there? Hello. Anyway, I mean, do you want me to start off while we're waiting, or Trill?
I don't do you since we can't speak for Trill.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, still waiting. Did you send a message? Nope.
I think maybe his he might have bugged out.
Yeah, his mic messed
Well,
up.
he's not there.
Yeah. Wow. He just left.
Is it because we didn't like the movie?
I'm hoping it's not because we didn't like the movie. It's I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna change
I
it.
have some positives
Yeah,
to
I
say
got
about it.
positives about the
I
movie.
got a couple of positives.
I got some positives about the movie. There's some general good things about the movie, but it's just like it's not all.
It's got its good sides and its bad sides for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
And like I understand why the reception was mixed when it came out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when well, Joe,
Yeah, a lot of me is like I just don't know how to feel, to
me
be
too.
honest.
But while we're waiting on Trail people, we're gonna just guys. We going on. We're talking about Captain America: Brave New World. Um. Uh. It was a movie. Uh. But it was. Let's just get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about it.
We're just gonna start with that Trill.
I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna be.
I I don't know. It's your guys' show. I'm just the token white guy.
Oh no, I understand. I understand. Miss, what you think? Miss, you there?
I'm girl. I'm the token girl.
Token black girl. But what you
So look,
think?
No,
I'm
there's no
the
such thing as token black girl. It's just token girl.
only girl.
Only girl. Yeah, only girl. He did not hit me up. He did not text me. I'm wondering if he actually is mad that we're talking shit about this damn.
I don't think he would still just have his camera on. Like this would be weird for him to have his camera on when we could see in his house and he left.
Yeah.
Also, it's Trill. I highly doubt that would make him leave.
Yeah, that wouldn't let him make him leave. Yeah. I just texted him and said, "Hey, we started." Um. Uh. Uh. This.
Aren't they making a new Captain America game?
Hmm,
Like
interesting.
him and Black Panther? Didn't I see something like that a while back?
That game was canceled. The
Did
Black
it get
Panther
canceled?
one. I think so. If
Yeah,
it's
I
the
was
one
like,
I'm thinking of.
I mean, they've been canceling a lot of these games.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
do.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvel
Yeah,
1943,
I
Rise
see
of
it. Yeah,
Hydra.
that's the game. Yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
1940, 43. Yeah.
It's saying it's still scheduled for release next year, which probably not.
Why does Captain America? Well, I mean, I guess that's know. I guess
What?
he looked like U.S. agent for some odd reason, but I guess that's just a look.
I'm gonna say his dumbass option.
Who was that? Was that Lovis?
What's up?
Oh, never mind.
There he is.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, now we can just start the show. Let me keep all this in, by the way.
You're gonna keep
I
all
don't
of this in?
I don't think you should, because that's like a good 10 minutes of us sitting in silence.
Yeah.
I'll have to edit it. Thanks, Trill.
It's my fault you didn't watch the movie. So I feel like it's 2025. We gotta start taking personal accountability. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually not why we were saying that. We were saying that because we're waiting on
We're
you.
waiting on you.
Yo, wait, you said give me 8 minutes. Am I tripping? Did anybody else, can we roll back the clock? Did
To be
anyone
fair,
else
Matt,
say
you
give
did
me
say
8
that.
I did say 8
Yeah,
minutes.
you did say that. Yeah,
I
you did say
said 8
that.
minutes. That is true.
Oh, okay. Now I'm back to being an asshole. Damn.
That is true. I said
Holy
8
shit.
minutes. That was my fault. Yeah.
Everyone's so quick to gang up on me. God dang.
I thought you would leave, but anyway, yeah, that is my fault. But yo, anyway,
Where'd they get a beer?
Trails your show. Go ahead and start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Black Film Talk. It is your host tonight, Trill XO. Still out of the know, still playing more games my ex-wife needs to know. And today we're talking about Captain America: Brave New World here on Black Film Talk. I am joined by Mist. Say hello, Mist.
Hello, Mist.
Okay. Scott. Say hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott.
Mac. Say hello, Mac.
Hey, hello, Ian.
And Loveless. Say hello, Loveless.
What's good, Loveless?
Evening, bitches.
It's like NPCs. That's fucking funny. You guys are hilarious.
I think you're slowly.
That's great. So we'll talk about Captain America: Brave New World. It came out this year. It is. Is it still the newest Marvel movie out, guys? Or did
No.
Deadpool come out after that? Am I tripping?
It's something-
Thunderbolts.
Oh
Thunderbolts.
yeah.
Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah.
Thunderbolts. Excuse me.
That did come out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That did come out. At least you guys didn't have to watch that movie.
But the
Um,
last big one, was Captain America because
No,
Thunderbolts
still-
kind of came and went.
No, it's still Thunderbolts.
What's the last one with like a legacy character?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Can somebody look up? I'm interested in the facts on this question right here. Which one had more eyes on it? You know what I'm saying? Which one sold more tickets?
Oh,
It
I
had to
don't
be
know.
Cap.
We can work that in the background. But
I got you.
I got it too.
I really actually enjoyed this movie, and then I got on YouTube and saw that apparently everybody hates this movie, and no one has ever seen the Hulk. So I guess that's my first question. My first question is, what was your experience like the first time you watched this movie? Like, what were your initial thoughts? We'll go
I
in the
think
same order I announced everybody in. So Mist will go first because ladies always go first.
You really want to know my first impressions?
Yeah, that's the first question.
Okay. Huh?
Ooh.
That was my first
But-
impression was huh?
Oh.
Because
Okay, elaborate on the how. Curious.
okay. This is not the worst movie I've ever seen. It is not. But something was off. Something was totally off with this movie. The acting was off. The pacing was off. And I think the point was off because they had about 50 billion points. And many of them did not really conclude in a satisfying way.
Strong take, Scott.
Well, yeah, I saw it on when it first came out on Disney Plus. I watched it and I was kind of bored by it the first time. This time I was a little bit more locked in, and I was still kind of bored by it, but like I was picking up on like a lot of the similarities I was noticing between like the previous Captain America movies. And also it was like it is basically, a lot of people have said this, it's basically a sequel to Incredible Hulk, which I was a fan of when it came out. Like I didn't hate that movie as much as a lot of people did, but it's still not like my favorite Marvel movie. And this isn't like my least favorite Marvel movie by far. You know, there's so many worse Marvel movies that have come out. But it was just, it felt like it was kind of treading on similar territory and not doing enough new with it.
Also, strong take. Mac, what you got?
Uh, bored. Um, so here's the thing. Um, I feel like when I watched this film, when I watched it, um, it did one thing about Marvel in their early stages. It felt like it hit you with something that you didn't see, and that's what I liked about the original phases. You know, for phase to this phase, I feel like this film it doesn't wow me with new stuff. It feels like it's doing the same shit that you've seen before. Uh, yes, Captain America's black. Cool. That's cool. I get it. It's a take. He don't have no superhuman serum. That's cool. I appreciate that. What I don't like is the fact that it's just doing. It's just. It feels like it's just like I know what's gonna happen in the end. I knew we knew what was gonna happen. We knew Thaddeus Ross was gonna turn into Red Hulk. That was gonna happen. That was like no surprise. Uh, I admit that was a fun part of the film, but you know it felt like here's my big issue. I talk about it. We'll talk about it. Like we're gonna talk about this. They had an interesting character. Marvel does this every time. You have an interesting villain that seems cool, and it was so cool to see this villain, and you trade it off for a boring character. The villain in this film is so fucking boring that the person that was that we'll get to it later. But I feel like the villain in this film, I felt like he was so boring that I pray to God that he's not going to be. And I have a feeling he's going to be in. I have a feeling he's going to be in the Avengers film. But I'm so bored by this villain that I was like, God damn, you suck. You just suck every bit of life out of the film. That just every time I see you or hear you, I just want to like, just want to go. I'll walk away from when I hear. Oh God, here he goes again, walking away. Yeah, that's the way I felt. It felt like the villain was so boring. Usually when Marvel does well with is villains and it just been suckingly with villains, and I felt like there was one. I felt like they had the right person to play a part, and they gave us shit. That was my problem. They gave us something in the trailer and it wasn't delivered.
Another strong take. Loveless, wrap us on up. What you got?
I'm gonna be honest. I felt exhausted, not because of the movie itself necessarily. I actually was enjoying the first half. The problem became was I have not been with Marvel at all, so every now and then they would reference something from like either the previous Captain America show or something, and it's like there are times where it felt like I needed to have context from the previous movie, and if I hadn't been following, then it's kind of that plus homework, and it kind of got exhausted to the point where I kind of stopped halfway through. It's like I managed to get the rest of the summary because it was kind of predictable, but I still enjoyed it for what I saw. Like the villain was cool. I like the idea, like the theme that they were going with Falcon being like, can he be the Captain America and live up to the legacy and all that. So it's like I liked the setup for that theme. It just the amount of things I had to know and the setup that it was, it felt like it was more like a piece of a puzzle more than its own movie sometimes to me.
Okay, hold on, Mac. Hold on. So it seems like we've all experienced the movie in very similar ways. Instead of regurgitating many of the same points you guys just said, I'll pose another question to the audience and to my panel at large. Has each of us seen Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mostly.
Yes.
Would you say that the same problems persist in that movie, in this movie too, in light of we have Carlos Esposito as Cobra whatever guy, right? The serpent
Sidewinder.
Sidewinder. Thank you, thank you. And then we have what's his name, the leader, right?
Samuel.
Is over from the Hulk, right? And then we have Thaddeus Ross, which because how Max so elegantly put it, because the marketing told us within the first 20 seconds to get us in the movie that he was going to be in the movie. We all had to wait to the third act, which we kind of knew. And we all kind of felt, those of us that watched it felt let down maybe by the third act. Maybe a little too much CGI, a little too much talking, and not enough balancing of stakes. I find it weird for the strongest Avenger power level to be on the same as Falcon today, but I guess that's the story in which we're telling. So the question directly is, does Captain America Brave New World suffer the same controversies as Spider-Man 3, i.e., too many villains, too many interlocking plot points, nothing really driven home or really to sink your teeth into? When you walk away from both movies that I'm referencing, you can easily forget that Sandman was in that motherfucker.
I definitely think it has some similar problems for
Yeah.
sure.
I agree it has similar problems, but the difference between Spider-Man 3 and this is Spider-Man 3 had too many villains, but the villains were all interesting to a point.
Mm, I wouldn't necessarily go that far,
Sandman was
but
interesting. Sandman was
Sandman had like an interesting scene. I don't think they did enough
Okay,
with him.
they could have let us
let's take a
with him.
second and wait, guys, hold on. Let's take a second and extrapolate the character Sandman, right? It
Uh-huh.
seems like we all resonated with him in some way, and it was because of not what he did when he was the Sandman, but what he did when he was a man, right?
Yeah,
That he was
Right.
he's
doing
the
it,
sympathetic villain.
Yeah.
right? So we've seen that in Marvel movies before when someone, i.e., Thanos, is doing something because they morally think they're doing the right thing. Now, it's really a lot easier to get on board with you trying to save your sick daughter than wipe out half the galaxy. But from Thanos' point of view, he was willing to sacrifice his daughter to meet his goal. I think in that is comes back to the other point. I think Mac and Scott and Miss was alluding to were the villain. The villains themselves weren't captivating. We got too much. We got too short of a time with this broken man who is Thaddeus, who really just had an anger problem. But if you rewatch it, what pissed him off probably would have got 90% of us pissed off. Like, but he had that serum in him, and it made him more angry than he would
Yeah,
Mm.
normally be.
I never thought Ross was a terrible villain. I
No,
think
Ross was not a terrible villain.
as much as I love Harrison Ford, I think he was kind of phoning this one in a
He
little bit.
was.
At times, yeah,
But
he was locked in a couple
He
times
was like,
though.
what am I doing in this movie?
Getting
but I don't think
get
the
off my
character
plane vibes. I don't know. Was that what one?
I don't think the character himself
Yeah.
was bad.
Ross-
It was the other one where I'm like, I forgot you were here.
Samuel.
Yeah.
And he was central.
Well,
And he was central to Ross's character, and I
Yes,
forgot he
Samuel
was there.
the one
the
I
thing
thought-
with the leader is like
Yes, thank you.
his whole character was basically like reshot afterwards. So like he's not really sharing a lot of screen time with other characters. He's kind of on like his own. He's like he's separated from everyone, so it's like you can forget about him pretty easily.
Yes.
He's in that dark room in base
Wait,
somewhere.
wait. So you guys are saying the villain that didn't work was the leader?
This is saying the same as that shit I'm saying. Samuel, I thought was the most boringest, blandest.
Samuel Stearns, yeah.
Huh?
Samuel
Wait,
Stearns.
okay, wait.
The
Slow
leader.
down.
It was the boring
Hold on,
character.
hold on. Wait, Mac. Before you go off the rails, we gotta get some organization so the crowd can follow us.
Okay.
So it sounds like you guys are saying the leader is the worst one. That's the one that didn't work. and
Yes,
it's saying
Yeah.
maybe some
if
of
you want my
the
honest,
way the movie was shot and produced leads to him not being in a lot of the scenes.
if you want
So
my honest opinion, I felt like the film could have been a lot. Even though if they would have just kept Sidewinder as the villain and found some way to keep Samuels out, or just make Samuels like a secondary question if he dies, that probably would have made the bill. Because I thought Sidewinder in the beginning was a more interesting in the villain.
okay, wait.
I I don't
You're
know if I agree
burying
with
the
that.
lead, but jumping to the end. We'll get
He
to
was
that.
more interesting.
Hold
He had
on,
more of a
Mac, hold
Matt,
on to the
hold
thought.
up.
That is literally question 4. Hold on for a second. Slow down. We're on question 1.
You a little too
Pause.
much dip in your chip.
Pause for a second. Okay. So, well, it sounds like we're agreeing that the leader was a villain that didn't work, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we saw the Hulk, can I get a quick vote, a yay or nay? If I saw the Hulk movie they were referencing, Loveless, I assume maybe you didn't, but maybe you said you hadn't been there in a long time. So, Loveless,
Yeah,
did you see the Hulk movie?
like the Hulk movie,
Yeah,
like
with
The Ed
what's his
Norton.
name?
The
Edward
the Ed
Norton as
Norton
the
one.
Hulk.
movie.
Nah, I have not watched that.
That's fine. Missed. Have you seen the Hulk movie with Edward Norton as the Hulk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Scott?
Yeah.
Mac?
Yeah.
Okay, my answer is yes. One more question, just for reference sake. How many people watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier show? I'll go in reverse order. I watched the first 2 episodes. Mac?
I watched all of them.
Scott?
I watched all of it.
Missed?
None.
Loveless?
I know.
Probably none because you said you've been out for a minute.
Yeah.
So, pertaining to the fans and the people who've watched the shows and the movies, who people who don't need the what I would call the tutorial for what the fuck is going on through newscasting reels or music like they do Guardians of the Galaxy or in this movie. Um, for us, do you feel like sometimes it's at the detriment of others that they put out so much content? Like if we didn't see Falcon and Winter Soldier, like we dropped the whole series, it never happens. Can we still have a great movie
No.
without that backstory? Can we have him go from getting the shield to now he has the Wakanda tech and he, G'd up on some KGB, CIA. I'm working for the president. I'm not really working for the president. Sokovia Accords be damned. I was locked up in jail. Now I'm free. Old Captain America. He was locked up. He free. We got a statue out here. We doing it real, black superhero Wall Street type shit. Like, can he not just be on that?
I mean,
But
I think you could. I just don't think like with the story that they went with in this movie,
No.
you could go directly from like where he stopped in Endgame, like basically the last time most people saw Falcon,
Yeah.
to this point now.
Yeah.
I think, hold on, this is crazy right now, right? Crazy shit, right? So to drop Falcon means we have to drop Bradley too, right?
Wait, oh yeah. I mean,
Uh, the
Yeah.
well,
the,
if
the
you drop
original
that
Captain
show,
America,
yeah. I mean,
right,
you
right,
have
right.
to
So
do a
because
lot of heavy lifting in
Yeah.
this.
right. So then we have so this would be too long of a movie, right? It'd be almost like a 3.5 hour. What
It
are we
would
watching?
have to be completely reworked, I think.
Yes.
Right. It had to be a completely different movie.
Yeah.
So they had to write this movie assuming that people watch the TV series. But because we've said in the beginning, there's a lot of hand holding, a lot of exposition dumps, like they do in all Marvel movies. It's like they try to do both,
Hmm.
right? And they fail at both.
That's
So
been
a
hurting me.
lot. That's why you guys got bored in the movie because you guys got exposition dump with either shit you didn't care about
Yeah,
Right.
like,
or shit
And
you
then
and
it
still
was time
I
for to
don't
watch
mind
another
dialogue
movie
heavy
that I hadn't
movies,
watched.
but the thing about dialogue heavy movies is if you are going absolutely nowhere with that dialogue, it means nothing.
Yeah.
it's member berries from like 2 years ago, right? Do you remember the TV show? Do you remember Eternals? Do you remember Loveless? What we haven't said anything. What do you
Yeah,
think?
it was like
Here's the
yeah, it
thing.
was like I had to look the Eternals, the original run. I had to remember like stuff from like other series I didn't even know were even remotely related to this. Like I forgot about Eternals completely, and I had to I had to pretend to care about that movie in order for me to understand.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
that's
So
how we
actually,
get
my second
adamantium
question was
now,
if go ahead.
apparently.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's just like now that's suddenly the origin of adamantium in this universe,
Yeah.
which I
Exactly.
think also really confuses the timeline because like now is like Wolverine doesn't have adamantium in this universe yet, I guess.
That's true. And also,
Okay, and that's what confused me because I'm like, wait, what?
What?
When
That's what
did
I was
that
like.
happen?
Animate. I'm really paused. Like animate. Wait, Wolverine.
Adamantium
It
is
was like
space
we can
metal.
use this word, so we're using it now.
Exactly. Yeah.
What
Right.
continuity?
We got the
And
rights
here's
to
the
it
thing.
again.
Here's the thing. Adamantium was not in the series. They weren't even talk about that shit. So
Okay.
No, they kept going to vibranium because
yeah,
that was their
Yep.
like
Because that's the only
super
thing they could
metal.
use.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Which I like the way they like incorporated into Captain America's, suit and the
yeah.
wings and
Yeah.
everything.
So okay, let's get a piece on that from everybody. How do we feel about the technology and the fighting style of Captain America? He Scott, you feel like you had the lead on that. I'll let you lead.
I thought it was pretty cool. I like some of the new stuff that they were doing with him. The way he incorporated the wings and the shield and all the Wakandan tech. I still don't like the like auto masks that like go that every character has now, where it's just like
I think they don't.
nanotechnology.
But I feel you how you don't fuck with them. They're
Yeah,
really like either you like it or it's a no-no for you. I understand both sides. I do.
yeah,
I truly do. As a person that like used to play Destiny and would like at all times have like his character's face off, like so you can see the face, even if I had a cool ass helmet on. I fucking understand.
yeah. I just miss the days when like Michael Keaton was ripping off a rubber mask from his
Yeah, that was
face,
Right?
my.
you know?
Right.
That's my superhero.
Yeah.
Fuck
Even
yeah.
though the one in Falcon and Winter Soldier, the like cowl that he had looked terrible.
Yeah.
Loveless, how were you entertained from a like a sci-fi conspiracy movie aspect, although maybe you weren't
It was
as
like
go ahead.
I can tell you that for me, like the tech stuff was actually some of the cooler parts. Like I liked the idea of him integrating the vibranium and like seeing like I think it was like the beginning scene where he was just showing off his fighting style with the shield and the wings.
Mm-hmm.
It was like
Right.
I was like, okay, no, that's dope.
You
Because
did a little
it's
flip kick and shit.
yeah, I was like,
That was
and
sick.
that ooh, like I will say the choreography for that scene was top notch. I loved it. And
I,
just seeing him kind of evolve his own style and try to do his own thing instead of just trying to be another Captain America but black kind of thing. Just I don't know, it makes it a bit more interesting than I was expecting.
awesome take, Lovers. Miss, how you feel about the Marvelness of it all, the spectacle, the explosions, the high action? How did you feel about that aspect of the movie?
Oh, that kind of depended from scene to scene because some
Hmm.
of it I was kind of like, okay, this is cool, and then others I'm like, what are we on a Disney ride? What is this garbage? Like the one that kind of got me was uh when they were trying to deflect the missiles from the Japanese
When he
army.
spun the motherfucking shield like that? I know exactly what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so some of the actions I like, but for the
Mhm.
most part, it kind of looked like when little boys play with action figures. It's kind of like this is what I imagine their mind is seeing
Mhm.
versus this was a great action scene. So it really depended from scene to scene how I felt about the action. Same with Sidewinder. Like
Mhm.
his action scenes or their action scenes made me laugh because I'm like, this is so stupid.
Okay, wait, come
I
back to
couldn't
me
get
on that.
into
So
it.
it
It
seems
took me
like
out of it.
in the air, when he's obviously full CG with the mask on that Scott doesn't like, right? He's doing, I thought him piloting in the air, flying, shit was cool. I thought some
No,
of
I
the
like
other stuff,
that.
fantastical, but still kind of cool. But I really enjoyed two scenes. When he was fighting Copperhead, I liked how it was a callback to the other Captain America movie where he put the shield on his back to go heads up with the homeboy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mackie did the same. He put the shield on his back, go heads up. broke his arm, flipped it up to him, and caught it. Raw as fuck. In that moment, I believe you Captain America. I wasn't believing it until right then. I like the hybrid of I'm an Captain America that uses my jetpack to jet across the hallway to smack a motherfucker in the head instead of throwing it sometimes. Like a different fighting style. I do agree though that sometimes it looked like we were watching two different movies. We're watching
Yes.
one movie that's a conspiracy, espionage, grounded reality. I gotta take cover behind this motherfucking car door. What you got, a 50 cal on that shit? He got a whole AK, and I'm in a t-shirt and cool. Okay, maybe. Maybe I'm on some John, what's a Jack Reacher type shit, maybe. But then we got 20 minutes later, me and my partner from around the way, we flying in the skies like it's a motherfucking Disney movie. Like,
Because
what's
this
wrong with
movie
pacing
needs
right
to
now?
be like six different things. It needs to be like a sequel to Captain America, the like previous trilogy, a sequel to Endgame, a sequel to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a prequel to the X-Men, a follow-up
And
Right.
it
to
goes back
Incredible
it goes back
Hulk,
to what I was
follow-up
saying
to
about how
Eternals.
all these parts, their endings never satisfied me because it was way too much in a 2 hour movie.
Yeah. And you even need to know a little bit about like Black Widow for this one because there's that
Right.
Black Widow character in there.
Yeah.
Like she
Which that
had to have
that threw me
freed
off
her
too.
when she
Which
said, "I
that
want to
might be
free
the
all the
worst
Black Widows."
Marvel
That's the
movie.
only way she got there. Now, from the comic books, her backstory is crazy. But to be fair, everybody's backstory in this movie is absolutely wild as hell from the comic books.
Oh, from the
Because
comics,
remember,
absolutely.
the comic books were written in a time when stuff wasn't as cool as it is now, to say the least. I'll give you a brief example. Falcon had real rings because at one time he was part vampire. He got the real rings from um, uh, Captain America now, but previous Falcon's bird because it bit him because he got bitten by a vampire in a previous comic book and was immune to it. I
And
promise
he
you,
used
I
to have a
cannot live
real
that.
bird. That was another thing. Like,
Yeah, and also it was a real bird. And
yeah,
also
in this,
it
it's
was
always
a
been a
real bird,
drone.
right? Okay, my final thoughts on this topic. How'd you feel about the more fantastical elements of this movie?
Same as Miss. I feel the same way. It depends on what scene. She hit the nail on the heart. Hit. I agree. The Sidewinder fight scene was stupid, but I laughed at it. I was like, okay, really? All right.
It wasn't thrilling.
No, it was stupid.
My biggest problem with the whole Sidewinder thing is I just wish they didn't cast Giancarlo Esposito because
No,
I wish they used him for like a bigger character.
That's my problem. There we go.
I would say when you look on the comic book page for a leader of a what you're going to turn into a mercenary outfit, I don't think the physical profile of him fits, respecting the actor and the craft. I must say that. If we had, and I hate to be like this, what is the guy from Jack Reacher? What is his name? The dude who
Alan
played
Ritchson.
Aquaman in Smallville? Imagine he was Sidewinder. Now I know we had the brute lug kind of being Copperhead, so you don't want to go two for two, big guy, be the same villain. But how else do you pose a physical threat on somebody you can't? Like, was he supposed to be tactically threatening because he cornered him in the car and used an AK when he didn't have his armor on? Like if he had the Wakanda tech, that shit lasts 20 seconds, like I do with my new girlfriend, and that was the only time I'm gonna talk about it. Mac, you have your hand.
Should have been Samuels, but that's just me.
Say it again.
I have to
What?
be honest. I felt like he should have been Samuels. It should have been Samuels.
But that guy was already in the Hulk movie.
Get it? Look, we
Yep.
recast.
And he's like that guy is a really good actor.
I get
He
it.
is.
It was a waste of John Carlo.
Okay,
They just didn't really know what to
let
do with the leader character.
hold on. Let's
It was a
grade it.
waste of his
We
talent.
don't like the leader, but do we like how the actor played the leader? Let's give the leader a rating, 1 out of 10. 10 being what's his face in No Country of Old Men, and 1 being me acting on this TV show right now. What would you place it? We'll go Miss first, of course, because
When you
you
say
know.
leader, you mean Ross, right? President.
No,
No, not president. The
the
leader.
testicle head.
The actual. Um,
joke of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Clip it.
Oh gosh.
I thought I was
Okay.
gonna have it.
I'm gonna
Scott
give
beat me
him a
to it.
negative 50.
Damn, he's worse than me. Fair enough. Scott, what you got?
I mean, I'd give him like a 3.5.
Mac?
He's a good actor, but he's not really like trying that time.
Yeah, he's just phoning it up.
Miss, Miss, you're gonna.
So we got 2 negative 50s. Nasty
no,
work,
no,
man.
no,
Nasty
no,
work.
no, no. I'm going Price is Right terms. I'm going negative 51.
Okay.
That's cool.
Love us what you got. How do you feel about the lead acting and the overall role?
Honestly, 4. Like
Golly.
it was fine, below average, but like it's like whatever.
Yeah, I think Mac and Miss are driving home a point, but I get you. I
Well,
still say
my
3,
thing
but
was,
not as
okay,
good.
this has nothing to do with the person,
Yeah.
you know.
Of course,
But if we're just taking his role in this movie, holy crap, were you on crack? Because you were not there mentally.
Yeah, Miss.
You were not. He was
like the
and
whole
also,
scene.
Miss, I can
Go
hug
ahead.
you right now. We're on the same page right now.
Right. I think Miss got the gospel. She
I-
got the gospel. Miss, preach it, Miss. Preach it.
I couldn't stand it. And also, I don't know if you guys had this problem with your viewing, but in my viewing, his voice would be like louder and quieter at the weirdest moments. It was almost like he really wasn't recording there, or he was like
recording. Didn't get his toys or something. Like he felt that way.
And it also like I think he could have been an interesting character, but he wasn't.
He was a bad pharmacist. What are we talking about? He was a pusher man. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. I'm in the alley. I'm your pusher man.
He was a little bit more interesting in that film, but in this film, it feels like
You know what? What's weird is he's so intrinsically connected to the president. Just for it to be like, if you don't tell the truth, I'm gonna make you mad. That's basically what
his motivations were
that's
like
exactly what it is,
so low stakes. Like compared to the other Captain Americas, it was like I just want to embarrass the president, basically.
Okay, if we're gonna look at this logically in a Marvel movie,
wait,
hold on. I want to say this. I want to say this real quick though. Okay, I want to say this. Okay, if we're gonna look at this logically from a Marvel movie standpoint, you mean to tell me all of this is because the president wouldn't give you what you wanted, and that was freedom? You're gonna make him mad because of this?
Very.
You didn't even say you were gonna try to take over the world with his anger. It was just like, no, I'm just gonna make you mad, make your daughter hate you. That's all.
And what was his play for the adamantium? What exactly was he going for there?
I don't think he ever had a play for it. I honestly think you hit the nail on the head. That's why I kind of let it go, because his exact goal was to tear down not the title of presidency, but Ross the man himself, because he had lied to him. He had promised him, if you cure what's wrong with my heart, I will set you free. He did not give him his freedom. That's why the concept of the movie is fucking golden. The execution is mediocre at best.
It's like in the Captain America Winter Soldier, they're doing the whole like shadow government thing where like the bad guys are controlling what the government is doing, which they're kind of doing again in this.
Yes.
But they're doing it on a smaller scale with a more personal like revenge story.
Yeah.
And like everything else that's going on kind of gets muddled in a way that it didn't get muddled in Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
and
you
it
totally
also still had that
they're
personal
fighting for
connection with
Ant-Man.
Bucky.
Totally forget. You totally forget it. You're exactly right, Scott. It completely gets lost that the reason why he's flying around and Falcon gets shot is because the adamantium the moment you see the Hulk. So, question number 3. Because we gotta get back kind of on the track. Here we go. Question number 3. This is kind of a rough one, guys. You guys gonna hold on to this one.
I got you.
Do you think that people find things to complain about in movies because it's more popular to hate than it is to praise.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
100%.
Yes.
Hmm.
And in
Especially like
fact, that
these types of movies, the big ones that like have like source material that they can like point to and be like, it should
Yeah.
be this way.
I feel
oh,
like
that's one of my biggest issues with a lot of, for lack of a better term, movie critics as they are in our current state or our current society.
yeah.
Miss
Because
Name Names.
no,
The
I'm not.
Critical Drinker. I'm naming names. It's my show. Critical Drinker. I'm naming names. I'm naming names.
I was like,
Nerd
My thing
Stallion. I'm
is,
go on,
naming
brother.
names.
there's so many reviewers that I have watched, and I mean like in the
Couldn't
past
pay.
month, where I'm like, did you actually watch the movie, or are you just latching on to what everybody else has said?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
You're
not to
latching
say
onto
that,
a base, feeding onto that base.
not
Your
to say
pocket.
whoever had a negative review. I'm not saying that whoever had a negative review was incorrect, because you're
Yeah.
gonna feel what you're gonna feel.
We all said the movie's negative so far.
This is why I have a stake. I have a say when you review a film, and I feel like this is how you're supposed to review a film: is you watch the film one time and then you watch the film a second time. If you in that second time of watching that film feel the same way if you view it that first time, if you feel the same way you viewed it the first time, then you go with that second review. Because
Mac, how many times did you watch this movie?
I watched this movie. I watched this movie before, but I just got done finishing watching.
Okay, so then we have to revisit Showgirls 2.
No,
Oh yeah,
no,
I only watched that once.
no. I
Oh.
no, we don't gotta do that.
Jesus.
And you know, I don't think you necessarily need to watch a movie more than once.
Yeah,
But-
that's true,
but- But what I think needs to happen is, if you're going to latch on to a fad, watch the movie yourself
I feel like
first.
if you are upsettingly upset with the film, then if like for example, I would say this with Showgirls, you go into with that with that you talk about Showgirls too. You got to go into that with that B movie mentality. Now, if I got, like I told you before, if I go in there with that B movie mentality, I might see it on a different scale. But I didn't.
Yeah,
go
you
in
gotta meet the movie on the level that it's trying to be at.
Yeah.
Which is like this movie had the problem of like it's trying to serve so many different purposes.
Yeah.
That like it's hard to meet it on its own.
Yeah, it's hard to beat it on it, and that's why I feel like a lot of people are negative towards it because when you watch the film, you're expecting so much. You're expecting so much out of this damn film, but you don't get it. And I think that's what happened. Your expectation, the expectations for this film were so high that they failed.
But that's why people connect so much to like Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Panther and like these like movies that have such like a clear idea of what they are.
Right.
And like they stick to even if it's like a fairly simple story, like they, you know, people can connect to it on that level, on like a human level.
Your cousin kills an orange dealer, pulls up, throws you off a mountain. You come back, kick his ass, and stab him because he said he would rather die than be in chains. Very straightforward for a black movie. Yes, I do agree with you.
Okay.
Had to pull it
Okay.
Okay, wait. Loveless, last word. How do you feel?
Bro, like it's so frustrating just seeing people just kind of be negative just for the sake of finding something to complain about or be negative about everything. Like I still remember growing up where we all had like there's like the cinema sins thing where a nitpick meant the movie was bad at some point, where it felt like everyone was thinking that, and to kind of see that still growing is disheartening because I'd rather just an honest review, even from somebody like me who, looks deeply into movies, but sometimes you just want to sit back and just,
Eat some
watch
popcorn.
just watch the popcorn, get absorbed into the dumb shit.
Yeah.
And it's just, you don't really market that much anymore.
And you can talk negatively about a movie without being negative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
We talked very negatively about the movie so far. We have not disparaged, dishonored, or dismayed, or disenfranchised any person at all.
Well, I did.
Yeah, 'cause what can we say? We ain't making no movies.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, as a
All right.
group. Individually, I can't speak for you, but as a group, no.
Who knows? I got a movie coming out soon. I don't know.
I still got this thing on my ankle. Anyways, question number 4. And this is the only question I will go first today for because I want to set a precedent. The question is, instead of writing a sequel, I want us to envision writing a third act that somehow culminates and justifies all of the plot points before. That's why I'll go first. My revision is small but very simple. So there's a scene at the very end when we all feel like the Red Hulk should just rip that motherfucker in half when he's talking to him, right? My mind instantly went back to Black Widow. Do we remember Black Widow when she was like, the sun's getting heavy to the Green Hulk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chad nodded his head, yes. So my mind thinks that Betty Ross should have been brought out and been the one to be like, the sun's getting low for the Red Hulk, right? A very one-for-one type of thing. And the action junkie in me wants Sam to be like, drop it. And the Hulkbuster comes out and he hops in that motherfucker and it's Captain America Falcon themed and he punches the shit out the Hulk. That would be the best end of the movie we've all probably seen. Because who doesn't want to see the Hulk get his ass kicked after he was about to rip a dude in half? Like, imagine he rips off the wing, he calls it in to drop it, he just hops in that motherfucker like a goddamn Transformers and smacks him in the head, right? Right into one of those stupid CGI cherry blossom trees. I'll let any order happen.
So fake too.
Yeah, right. But
those cherry blossoms were not moving.
They were not. They were not. There was no wind that day in Washington. Never been to DC. That's very unlikely. There's no cherry blossom. But okay, anyway. So, we're gonna go. Miss, can you rewrite in any way the final act to somehow justify what happened throughout the movie? Can you bring it home for us? Can you land the plane?
You know what?
As she would say.
This might be a very cliche, but you know what? We have to simplify this movie because there's way too many things going on. So that moment where he calls his daughter and they have their conversation before the press conference. I think all of that should happen. And I'll even leave the bogus Stearns told the whole country about what Ross was doing. Fine, I'll leave that in. But that whole last scene, that fight scene, I think they really should go for it. Mess Captain America up more than he already did. Rip him to shreds. And before he does kind of a final blow, have Betsy come out. Because they had that conversation, and then there's so many minutes that go by where I kind of forgot he had a daughter for a minute, and then at the end you see her, and I'm like, oh right, yeah, you guys made up while he's in jail, which is kind of screwed up. But since that fight took place in the Cherry Blossom Park, have her come to the Cherry Blossom Park.
Right?
Bring
right
him back down. That was his whole MO. That was literally his whole MO for why this happened. And they didn't do it there. They did it while the man was dying in jail, basically. But yeah, I think she should have been the key component, the physical key component to bring him back down, not a cherry blossom petal fell on his hand. That was so bogus. But yeah, I think that should have been his come down moment if she came out right then. And then he comes back down, and the ending can play out the same way.
I like that take. Scott, what you got for me?
Um, I mean, I agree with you guys that it should have been Betty that showed up there and, turned him back. But I guess my one thing that I would like change to kind of tie things together more would be I would have the leader or leader, whatever. I don't know if there's a the, but I would have leader show up and start using some of his powers. Because like in the comics, I think he has like telekinesis and telepathy. Like have him
Mhm.
get in the fight a little bit, have him fight the Red Hulk. Have him, fighting Red Hulk and Captain America at
In
the
other
same
words,
time.
have him do something.
Yeah, like get him involved. Like get a little CGI testicle head in there and let him do some stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know how you can really tie it all together. I also my one big fix for this movie that I would love to see would be some flashbacks with Isaiah. Like
Yes.
give some like old like Captain America stuff, like World War II.
Well, him in like in a GI thing, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, give him a whole movie.
Awesome. All right, switching it up for the last question. Lovelace, what you got?
It's interesting because I didn't really, even though I know what happens, I didn't actually see it. So for me, I think what would help is if we really focus in on that conflict between Red Hulk and Falcon, because let's face it, they marketed that thing heavy on that. Like, so I was kind of expecting at least a little bit more of a ramp up and a lead up to that. So maybe the third act focus in on trying to up the stakes, maybe give him a different motivation for being the Red Hulk to kind of match in with the theme of like Falcon finding his identity and things of that nature.
I like it. I like it. Mac, take us home with this question.
I like the idea of Betty, but I feel like that's just. Let me be honest. That's the obvious route.
I said it was cliche.
It's
I did say
cliche,
that.
but I'm gonna see if I can one up this. I feel like what should have happened, what could have happened, which I'm gonna try to one up is try to make it a little spicier. So let's just say, as he's getting out the rubble, he got his ass whooped, and he is like done. And he tries to go up to him over the last ditch effort, like, all right, guys, I gotta finish him. So he thinking like I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Hopefully, if he kills me, maybe he'll come back and do something. He's going in there with the pack of he's gonna literally sacrifice himself for the greater good. So as he's about to get punched by the Hulk, you see a portal open. It's a mill. But Bill, aka Abomination, holding his hand out to stop the punch. Now I wonder why you're wondering why I'm putting the Mill in this. Emil was the original person that Thunderbolt really wanted to. He wanted to become that. He wanted to become Hulk. He really wanted to do it. He is the reason why he did this. So,
Well, actually, he wanted him to become a new Captain America.
who?
Yeah, he's actually became like the abomination.
Yeah, he
He
gave him
also
Captain
injected to his
America
spine.
syndrome, and then he went to Stearns, and Stearns gave him the
Yeah,
Hulk blood.
Hulk blood. So yeah, it's actually in this. It's really going full circle because it's literally showing Thunderbolt like, hey, you created me, and and I know a lot of us hate She-Hulk attorney. We all hate that, but I feel like Emil
He
showed
was the
that.
best part.
Yeah, he was the best part of that, and I feel like him literally just saying, "Hey, I found Zen." Like him literally showing Thunderbolt, "I found Zen in life. I don't have to be Abomination. You can find Zen in yourself too." And he obviously can turn back and forth into Abomination without being, you know, terrible. You know, a terrible person. Also, it goes back to what Scott said. He has the
He's connected to both of the villains,
yes,
like directly.
directly. It would be
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
It would be the perfect harmony. Instead of Betty Ross, it would be the person that Thunderbolt literally fucked over the most. What would be better?
Okay.
Thunderbolt fucked over. Him literally telling him it's okay, calm down. You don't have to go this route. And him seeing him have Zen actually probably be like, okay, we don't have. And we if you could go either or. If you want to have a fight, which I really don't want to see a fight, you can do it. If you wanted to go have a fight, you can do it. But I really want to see Emil literally just show, just be that conduit, like, because that's getting Betty Ross is just it's the obvious answer. But if you do a bill, it'd be like, oh, I forgot, because it connected to both Captain America and Hulk, so it's perfect.
I like that answer, Matt. I like that a lot.
Film, it would make the ending better.
Because then
And
you
then
can
you can
keep the
also bring in
end
Hulk's
scene with
son.
Betty showing up.
You could, but do we want to, Scott?
No, of course we don't.
With the stupid haircut.
Because that's when Abomination shows up in credits. If you pay attention, the cell he walks by, he's sitting in it.
Oh, is Abomination in there? I didn't even notice.
Watch it again. When he walks by the cell, you see like his arm and his head.
I mean, yeah, but yeah.
I've seen that movie 4 times. Okay, so last question. Keep it simple. Bonus question, right? I need you to give the movie a rating from 1 to 10. But when you give the movie a rating, I need you to name another Marvel movie that has the same rating for context. If you guys want.
Repeat that one more time.
It's rotten.
I need you to give the movie a rating 1 through 10. But when you give the movie a rating, I need you to name another Marvel movie that is the same number for context. Like if you think this movie's a 10 out of 10 and you think the first Iron Man's a 10 out of 10, you would say, I think this movie's a 10 out of 10. And the movie, I think, also for context, which is a Marvel movie, would be Iron Man 1, right? You see how fucking crazy that sounds? All right, we're going into it. Missed. What you got for me, Sugar Mama?
Okay, so I'm not sure what this is out of 10.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
No, I know what I would. No, I know what I would rate this. I'm saying the percentage I'm looking at for the one to give it context doesn't have a 1 through 10. It has a percentage. So,
well, what is your own take on the movie? You don't have to use someone else's. Like, what's your number?
Oh no. My rating for it is like a 3.
Okay. Now, what's another Marvel movie?
That's what I'm saying. The one that I'm looking at has a percentage. So, it's Thor: Love and Thunder, which is 63%, which I'm sorry, I couldn't watch that. Like, I had to turn that one off.
I think that one's worse, way worse than this one, honestly.
What'd you say, Scott?
I think Thor: Love and Thunder is way worse than this movie, than Cat 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mrs. Sands. Wait.
The thing is, I actually got through Brave New World. I turned off Thor: Love and Thunder.
I forgot the ending to that damn film.
That Christian Bale that stood in the hit like one more.
It wasn't Christian Bale. It wasn't him.
He was the best part of that movie.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like you forgot he was in it.
Yeah, he was in a different movie. He was doing his own thing.
But yeah, like out of all the Marvel movies I've seen, that one would be comparable. It's also not in a way, but that was just a movie I just flat out turned off. This one, I probably would not watch again unless I had a reason.
Okay. Loveless, what's your answer?
Honestly, I would give this movie like a solid 5. Like it for me, it's like I kind of don't feel anything after watching it. Like nothing in me wants to finish it. but I don't think it's bad. If that makes sense. Like I don't think it's like a terrible,
Right
god
down the
awful.
middle.
Yeah, it's like right down. A movie I would probably compare this to is like the first Thor movie, where it's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's fine, it's cool. Like I'm glad we got to see some of these characters. Some of the action scenes were good, but like as far as like the plot, I, I couldn't be asked. Because it's like it would require me to invest more into a franchise that, to be honest, I have no interest in being engaged with really, outside of like passively hearing about it here and there.
Scott?
I'm gonna agree with Mist and give it a 3 out of 10. And for the Marvel movie that I also put there, um, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second Ant-Man, because it's
You
just sort
didn't
of
like the
like
second Ant-Man?
I
Oh,
I didn't
forgot. I
hate it.
forgot they made two of those.
it was
It's
just
like
good, right?
it was just sort of fine, and I barely remember most of it.
Fair.
And the third one is just so bad that this
I
is
don't know what you're
way
talking
better
about.
than that
The
one.
third one was good. We disagree on that one. I like
The
the third
third
one.
Ant-Man, the third Ant-Man's terrible.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Uh,
Matt?
Third Ant-Man is one of the worst Marvel movies.
okay, you're crazy. Uh, so here's the thing. You're gonna get mad at me. I would say it's a 2.5 out of 10. And it's not a Marvel film that I would compare it to. It's a Marvel series I compare it to. It's Marvel Secret Wars. Yes, I went there. It's
That's
literally
actually the worst thing they've done.
yes.
That's actually what
Yeah,
I
that's actually
compared to
terrible.
that. Here's the
I
reason.
watched it because I heard how bad it was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
here's the reason. There's so many convoluted things in the film that you're trying to stick to, but don't want to stick to the fucking landing, and you're just so bored halfway through the film, and then you get. It was so boring that I skipped to the end of the series. I was like, "What? That's the
And their
ending?"
president didn't even become a Red Hulk.
It's still
Right? What's the whole point?
wait. They got a special power that turned them into a superpowered thing. Boom. It was
That's funny.
it was
Okay, so
stupid.
I'm obviously the person who liked this movie the most because I picked it. I picked it at a 7 out of 10. I felt
Mm.
this movie was well above average. I felt this movie had a lot of plot point and a lot of missing plot points, a lot of holes in what was going on. But if you watched it on a big screen on date night, turned off your brain, ate some popcorn, and leaned over to your partner every couple times you knew something, it wasn't a bad watch. I agree that a lot of times you complain too heavy about things. Things are meant to entertain us and enjoy and enrich our lives, not necessarily, change us as some form of media. And sometimes the media itself forgets it's supposed to be entertainment and not lecture us. The movie I would compare it to, everyone's gonna hate me, is Doctor Strange. The second one, The
Uh,
Madness. What the fuck was the plot of that movie? Everyone was eating that movie's fucking dick like it was the best thing since fucking sliced bread. Can anyone tell me what the fuck Charlie Theron was doing in the movie?
I want to see Zach. He will fight you hard.
I
What was the
enjoy that
point?
movie because it's got a bunch of like Sam Raimi isms in it, but
yes.
it's kind of a messy
It's
movie.
better directed, I'll give you
Yeah,
that, but the plot is just as contrived as this movie is. You're
totally.
jumping through portals. You don't spend more than one. Do you know what planet, what dimension, what's her name? Chavez, America Chavez came from? No, you don't. You get a cruddy flashback of it. You get more backstory on Harrison Ford, which is star to Anthony Mackie than you do whatever. All I'm saying is that's also with that movie, you also had to watch Wanda Vision to understand what was going on with Wanda. It's the
Mhm.
same thing, but sometimes we forget because we have recency goggles on. We have member berry stuffed in our fucking brains. We forget we've seen this same movie before. It just had a wizard in it, and now it has a black dude and a fucking wings. It's been my time. Thank you guys for joining us tonight on Black Film Talk. It's your boy Trillexo producing another great show. And this is where I let the range go. And Mac,
We don't even
carry
know
us
who's
out,
going
buddy.
next. So how do we know who's going to be given the next pick?
Oh, it should be Scott. Obviously, it should be Scott. Just makes sense.
Yeah, you were arbitrarily chosen.
Oh boy. So
No,
I have to, I have
the
to pick a
reason why
movie
I
with
chose
black
Scott,
people in it.
if you really want to know, the reason why I think Scott watched the movie. He had seen all previous content that pertained to said movie, and seen previous content in Marvel that made his opinion, although extremely opposite of mine, factual based and well researched. So I'm interested to see what his take on a black film talk movie would be. I mean, TV writes itself. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean, like, have you guys done Don't Be a Menace?
No.
Oh.
It's like my mind is immediately going to that because
Okay.
I love that movie and I saw it at a very young age.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
This is why I picked you, Scott. It was gonna be a good movie I got to watch. Instead of Tyler Perry's Medea's butt bussy for number 7. What the fuck was
Butt
this?
pussy.
Did you send me? Link was that? Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Mac, are you mad about my pick?
No, I'm not mad about it. I'm just confused. But,
It's a good pick.
No, it's a
Do you want me to
good
pick a more?
pick.
I
I'm
can
not
pick a more
mad at
serious
it.
movie
Good
if you
first
want.
pick. Good first pick.
No,
Come
no,
on.
it's fine.
Clap it up for
No,
Scott.
it's
Come on.
fine.
Good
It's
first
fine.
pick.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Scott's pick. It's a good pick. I'm not. I'm just okay.
We'll
Scott,
get back to the regular order after Scott goes. It's no big deal.
what order?
The order of
You didn't read the chat.
mystery.
What order? You didn't read the chat. We were gonna do stuff in.
Well, yeah, but I really feel like that after people watch this episode, the next episode they're gonna want to see is Scott's episode. You know what I'm saying? They want to see what he has to say. He's a new face. He's like
Okay. Scott,
the new
Scott,
girl in
I
town.
mean, I don't mind doing. Don't be a menace. Don't be a menace. But that's cool. That's cool.
It's a good movie. We've all seen it.
Uh,
Lovelace, have you seen Don't Be a Menace to Society?
No, actually.
What?
Okay,
Oh man, we got to
Loveless,
watch that together.
Loveless, you've seen several hood movies.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
seen this.
It's a parody.
It's like not Scream. What's that? Scary movie version of Scream. It's
I
hilarious.
mean,
bro.
it's
Hilarious.
pretty scary movie. It's the same people.
Scary movie
Yeah.
is the same people. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna love it. It's such a good pick. But what was the
I
chat?
already-
I didn't read the chat.
I already know what my favorite line is from the movie. It's been my favorite line since I saw this movie.
I mean, I like to open
I
it.
go with the Mac 10 or the high tops.
It's not that line, but I love that line too. But there's another line that I'll say off air that always cracked me up in this movie.
Okay. Scott, what you got to plug?
You can find me and Mac on GF1 Play. We take turns streaming games. And we also got Is It Rotten coming back.
Yeah.
Talk about bad movies or great movies like Showgirls 2.
Whatever.
Yeah. Or you can find me on Twitter at Chewbacca Defense.
Thank you, Scott, for your time. Mac, what you got for us?
Well, what Scott said. I mean, Gamer Grudge. Yeah, we stream on Wednesday, and then Tuesdays we stream. So that's what we got.
Miss.
You can find me here or on DTH Games.
Okay. Loveless, where can we connect with you at?
When I'm not here, you can find me over at the Loveless Gamer, where I do Loveless Gamer stuff on YouTube and Twitch and Unique Loveless G, everywhere else. Also, you can catch me at Sonic Expo, both the one in Atlanta and the one in Dallas.
Oh, cool. You'd be close to me. Cool.
Right, Lotus, busy man, busy man. And as for me, Trill XL, you can catch me on Twitch starting back the week after we get back from the anime convention. I'm so very excited to see all of you in Chicago. I miss my friends, miss hanging out with you guys. Um, and I miss streaming and I miss the interactions we always have. Miss my family. So you can find me there. You can find me on Instagram, Trill_XO. It's everything and all things. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for spending your time here with me tonight. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with me. Now I have to go refrigerate a whole bunch of baby oil and Astroglide. Till next time, we're out.
I don't know what you're talking about that baby oil, but okay,
My
guys,
God.
bye.
I,
Bye.